So hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am here with another problem statement we have in React JavaScript machine coding interview challenge. So here it is. We have an input tag and it accepts some string values like random string values, and whenever we enter the string values and press the enter key on our keyboard, it will fetch the user, it will fetch the robot images basically, and the images will get mapped. So whenever we write something, so you will see we have the images. Okay, if we write something, we have the images fetched from the API call. So you will see the images we have. Okay, so now we have this URL endpoint here, and now we have to implement the functionality. Here is the problem statement we have. So we have to create a functional component which will include a text input field as I show you, and a list of images, and at the start the list should be empty, and whenever the user submits the input field, the value, on the basis of the value we will get the images from the API. So let's create functional component for it. So React arrow functional component and export. It will create a functional component. Okay, so remove the div as we always do with the body wrapper. So body wrapper is something which I have implemented. You can see here we have the custom CSS, okay, MUI style CSS. We have the body wrapper which have the CSS property like display flag, justify content center, align item to be center, background, padding, height. Okay, so this is something we are wrapping here, and we also want some use state. We also want a use effect, and we want a memo. Okay, for the optimization purposes we can use the memo. We have to wrap the component in memo, okay, to avoid unnecessary rendering, okay, until its state and prop will get changed. So here we have, now I have to import the box from MUI. Okay, so import box, you can see from MUI material. Now we have to import the grid also. So grid, okay, and it is the parent element. So we have the container as an attribute, and we want spacing of 2 column. Okay, and inside the parent grid we have the child grid which will define the row and column. So it accepts a parameter item, and for large screen we want 12 columns. For extra small also we want 12 columns. Okay, now we want a text field for our functionalities. Okay, so it will accept a closing tag here. Okay, so first we want the input to be required without writing anything. Okay, we don't let user to submit the input value. So now we have the placeholder which the user will see that what is to be write on it. So we have the ID, my input, we have the area described by my helper text, we have the full width property, and now we will have to create a state for storing its value. So use state. Okay, initially the state will be value, and using the on chain we will set the set value. So we will write value to be the initial state. Okay, now we want a on change. You can see set value target value, but we want this as a function, so we have to create a handle change function for it, and we have to create function. So JavaScript arrow function which will accept value as argument, and we have the set value to value. Okay, and if I log the console value, you will see something like this. So we will copy the route, we will open in a separate tab, challenge 22. Okay, so I think something is wrong. Body wrapper is not defined. Okay, my bad, I have to import body wrapper also. So import body wrapper from styles and styled component. So now you will see our string, and now you will see whenever I write something we will get the value. Okay, so now we have to implement the submit, the handle key press. So we have for it on key down, handle key press. Now we will have to define the function here. Once handle key press arrow function, we have this e. Okay, and we will check if e dot key, if the user presses the enter key, then we have to trim the value. So we make a variable get value, and we will store string, sorry, the initial state value dot trim. We will get the value. So if I write console.log get value, you will see a part of string will get stored. So console.log get value, yeah. So when I refresh the web page on internet, something like this, you will see subscribe at challenge 22.jsx 19 line number. So this one 19. we are getting a trim value. So now we will check again if a statement, sorry, we will check if the get value is empty. If it is empty, then we have to create another state here for storing the images. Okay, we have to create a state for it. So we have these images, or we can say all images. Okay, and now we have the set all images. Initially it will be the blank array, yeah. And now we will set here the final state to be blank if the user input is empty. Okay, if the input is empty, then we will set the final state to be empty. Else we will call a function which will generate our images, generate images, and it will accept a parameter which is basically the get value. Okay, get value. Now we will have to declare this function here, handle change on the above of it. So const handle generated images, and here we have which will accept the input and try catch. Okay, try catch, and inside the try we have this URL. We will control X, control B, move this link to top, and URL here. Now we will need some more state, which is initially the loading one, and then set loading to be false. Okay, now const, we will make a variable response is equals to await, and this is basically a asynchronous function, so it will accept a async keyword. Fetch the URL and in the combination of input. Okay, so if I write something like this, Ritvik, then the Ritvik is the parameter we are passing to the endpoint, something like this. Okay, so on the basis of this input, the images will get mapped and generated. So this is it. We have to pass the input to the URL. So with the template literals, we are passing it. Now we have the data. We will make another variable which is data. And first we have to check. If response dot okay. If response is okay, like success, then we want this variable, the data one, const data is equals to response. Okay, we will direct get the URL. Okay, the image URL, and now we have to write set all images. Okay, set all images from previous, because we have to map the data also. So we will get the initial state from previous to all the previous and the new one, data dot URL. And now the set loading will be false, and we have to set it true in the try method in the beginning. Set loading to true, and now we will empty our value also. We will empty after value also, and we can write log also to see the data which we are getting, or I will make another console.log data.url. In the try catch, where we can import this one, the snack bar import use snack bar from context, snack bar context, const snack bar is equals to use snack bar. Okay, so we are basically showing a snack bar, okay, instead of console.log, because it is, it enhances the UI feature also, and from the functionality perspective also, that avoid using console.log in your code. It is basically good for, the testing purposes, but not for the development perspective, like the deployment services and all. So avoid using the console.log purposes. So we will write in the error first, set loading to be false, and the snack bar to be error dot message. So it will print the error message if we found any error. So now the error has occurred here. Request module snack bar context does not provide an export name. Use snack bar. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if I write something like this, console.log, we will get S27 line number. We are getting the URL. Okay, because we have printed console.log data.url, and in this one the 26 line number we are getting all the response. So if we are checking if the response is okay, it is true, then it will go to this statement, and if it is not, then it will throw the error, okay, with this snack bar. So this is the logic, and now we will have to map the data. Okay, so now we will check if the loading, which is initially false, okay, it will be true. It will be true when it will go to 100 generate images. So in the try catch method, we have the set loading to true, and then it will become false after fetching the URL. So loading true. If it is, then we have to render a box, and inside box we have the circle progress. We will write custom CSS, display to be flex, justify content, center, align, item center. It will center our div. And now if the loading become false, then we have to show our main thing, the grid first, and inside the grid we have the image list. Okay, image list from MUI. Okay, and custom CSS with 100, height 450, columns will be 3, and row height will be 164. Okay, and now we will map our images, all images, dot map item index. We have the image list item, which is to be key, and we have to import the image list item from MUI. Okay, so the image list, we have the so you can see if I write something like this, the images will get fetched. If I write subscribe to my channel, you will see the images will get fetched again, and it will take some time to render because of the lazy loading. Okay, so this is something. Now we have to implement the functionality that on clicking on each image, the individual will get removed. So we have to implement the on click functionality here. So now on click, a callback function, which is basically the handle remove image, and we have to pass the item. Here. Item is the link. Okay, and now we have to declare this function here, const handle remove image. Sorry, so I have to copy the remove image, handle remove image. It will accept argument as image, and now on deleting, I firstly want that set loading to be true from the enhancement perspective of the UI, and now I want to declare a variable. Okay, we have to declare a variable updated image list, which is after deletion of the images. So initial state, all images, we have to filter the image using JavaScript filter method. So we will see if the initial item is not equals to image 1, means this URL, the URL is the user has been clicked, is not equal to this URL. So it will filter that image, and now we will have this set all images array to updated one, updated image list. Okay, and we can add set loading to be false, and if I write console.log, so you will see something like this. If I write Ritvik, and now if I click on it, you will see the array will become blank, length is 0. Now if I write subscribe my channel, okay, yeah, this callback is coming because of the less space we have. So if you click on the third one, you will see the index 0, the index 2 will get we have the index 2 has been removed, and same if we click on the first one, the index, it will get removed. Okay, same if I click on it, the length will become 0, means the array is empty now. So this is it. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.